Tucker Carlson is an ally of Donald Trump and a fierce critic of his country's support of Ukraine. Little surprise, perhaps, he was granted this interview.
Do you think NATO is worried about this becoming a global war or a nuclear conflict?
At least that's what they're talking about. And they're trying to intimidate their own population with an imaginary Russian threat. This is an obvious fact.
Putin said Russia has no plans to attack Poland or the Baltic states, but warned the possibility of US troops on Ukrainian soil could spark a more serious confrontation. He recycled allegations that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky rejected peace proposals after being encouraged to fight on by the former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
It was them who publicly refused. Well, let him cancel his decree and enter into negotiations. We have never refused. And the fact that they obeyed the demand or persuasion of Mr. Johnson, the former Prime Minister of Great Britain, seems ridiculous.
Putin repeated his claim that his so-called special military operation was in self-defense, but said Russia retains historic claims to Ukrainian land. He said he is willing to negotiate peace and implied channels of communication with Washington remain open, but made no mention of a military withdrawal. The interview comes at a time when support for Ukraine is wavering and internal division is raising alarm. President Volodymyr Zelensky ended days of frenzied speculation by confirming the sacking of head of the armed forces Valery Zaluzhny. It's a controversial move, as Zaluzhny is popular and played a crucial role in the early days of the war. He's been replaced by Oleksandr Syrsky, head of the army since 2019. He masterminded the defense of Kyiv and the successful Kharkiv counteroffensive. Zelensky said change was needed and that senior commanders had become disconnected from the front line.
The Army's actions must become much more technologically advanced. The generalship must be reset. Headquarters at all levels must know and feel the front line, just like soldiers at the front.
The leadership change comes as Ukraine's forces dig in to defend against Russian attacks and are suffering acute shortages of ammunition caused by its Western allies' failure to deliver on previous pledges. A change of military leadership won't fix that. Simon McGregor-Wood, TRT World.